G'day everybody, it's LaserType once again. Welcome back to another video. This is a random Minecraft tutorial. I haven't done one of these in a very long time, and I apologize for that. I haven't done any videos in a while. Some stuff's been going on. I'm probably going to post a lot of stuff to social media to explain like sort of what's happened and what's going on and all that sort of stuff, but suffice it to say, we're back with the channel and we're ready to roll, and I've been meaning to, I actually made this tutorial a long time ago, but I've been meaning to remake it ever since. I just never got around to it because a lot of stuff's been going on. I'm also using a texture pack for this, that's why stuff looks slightly different. I'm going to put the link in the description. But what we're going to be building today is a apple orchard slash tree farm. So this is pretty much the same exact design from way the fuck back when Paul Sills Jr. did it in the Survive and Thrive series. I'm also going to put the link in the description to that. So it's essentially a thing where you can get a lot of apples and a lot of wood really quickly. It's probably good for like a starting off your world and stuff type of thing, right? It's probably not really something you want in like kind of a late game. However, what do you call it? It would also be good for an underground base and so forth. So that's just kind of some ideas. I just need to get a flat area where I can actually build this thing. I think this is kind of perfect right here. So basically, it's going to be like a plot with, like, surrounded with wall. In this case, I've got the new stone brick wall added in 1.14. Because I think it looks cool. We're going to mix in some of this mossy shit as well, and I think that's going to be cool as well. We're going to have like a walkway that goes sort of around and then in between the trees, and the trees are going to be planted in the center. And we're going to use 15, which is the exact same number that Paul Sills Jr. used. So basically, it's going to be pretty much the exact same design, kind of. I don't know. It's whatever. It's not really. It's definitely not even close to an original design, but it's whatever at this point. So basically, we have a walkway. I mean, we have a fence like this, right? Sorry. I'm gonna just do this so we can sort of get a feel for the how we're gonna lay this out, I guess. I mean, I obviously have plenty of space, but I'm not gonna put the mossy in just yet either. So we need to sort of work out where that's all gonna go. So basically, we're gonna have this. The wood's gonna go here as a walkway. And that's going to go like that along this edge. We're going to have this go this way. And then we have, what is it, a 1 and then a 1. And then, so here is our thing. We're going to put a torch here to represent saplings, because we don't want stuff growing as we're trying to do this, but should be able to get the idea across, huh? Now that hole is going to annoy me, so why don't we fix it real quick. There we go. Alright. Sorry about that. Distractions. Alright, so I do plan on making more of these tutorials as well. But basically what we're going to do now is we're going to go 3 in between. So 1, 2, 3, and then on the 4th block. So we have 3 in between like that. And that's going to just be the same all the way around. 1, 2, 3. And then here. So we're going to do 5 of these. So that's 3. And then 1, 2, 3. And then on the 4th block we put this. And this so that we can see what we're doing. And this is going to annoy me apparently, isn't it? So you have all the materials we're going to need. Now, I'm going to show you what we're going to do with the glowstone and stuff momentarily. There's actually one more thing we need as well, and that's glass. We'll get that in a minute, right? So 1, 2, 3. Is that right? Yeah. 1, 2. 1, 2, and then 3. Now, please excuse the background noise. This microphone picks up literally everything. So, there's that. That's our first row, right? And the walkway literally just goes like this. Now, I have a feeling I've done this wrong, actually. I think I need to kick the fence back 1 to make it so that there's 1 between the fence and the walkway. I think that's the way we want to do it. So just quickly fix this. I like just rewatch the video just as kind of a reference, but I didn't really pay that much attention. I was just kind of watching it for funsies and then decided I wanted to do it again, so that's why I'm kind of fucking it up, but it's whatever at this point. It doesn't really matter. I am getting back into the swing of tutorial making and video making again. It's been a while, so just bear with me. But yeah, this is what we want actually. Yeah, we want it like this. Alright, we want 1 between the fence. Gonna get rid of this rain real quick. The rain seems to just keep coming every 2 minutes, but anyway, I have to keep turning it off. And that command's changed too, which is nice and confusing. But anyway, so now that we've done that, we want 3 in between this way. 1, 2, and then 3, and then here. 1, 2, 3, and then here. So this is how we're going to do it. And now we want our walkway to come across like this. Now, keep in mind this, the walkway is going to go not only like this, but I'll show you where else it's going to go. It's going to go here too, like here, there, right in the center, dead center of these, here, and it's going to continue all the way along. And I think we're going to just surround the whole perimeter now so that we can get a feel for... And you can have multiple exits too if you want. You don't just want that one entrance. You can stick another gate on the other side. You could stick one literally here. I mean, I didn't even mean to make that gap, but there it is. It was a complete accident, but it's whatever. And we're going to just surround this area like so. I went way too far because I couldn't see it. This is a overworld super flat, so there's grass literally everywhere. So I apologise, but it is hampering your view a little bit, and mine. So I'm thinking this is where we want it, isn't it? Oh, God. The problem is I just can't see a damn thing, right? I think that's where we want it, and then, no, we want to kick back one, sorry. I don't even know if this is what the original design calls for, as in, it doesn't kick back one or not, I don't know, but it seems to make sense in my brain, and this is the way I'm going to do it. You can design it any way you like, really. There we go. Just wanted to kick that back one because I needed to make an extra one gap on this side to make it work properly. Otherwise, I don't think it's going to work properly. So that's why I went ahead and did that. So now that we've got our things in place, the next step is to put... Actually, before we do that, we're going to do our lighting first. So let's do our lighting. So the lighting is going to go in between like this, and we're actually going to use glass. Now, glass looks a little funky in this pack. I'm going to have to make some alterations to this pack. Whoops. Gonna have to make some alterations to this pack to make it work for my needs, because as you can see, this glass is kind of ugly. But, so in between, like 4 trees like here, is where our glowstone's gonna go. I'm gonna glowstone and cover up the glass, just because it looks kind of cool, right? So that's in between there, and then I think we go another one in between here. Then we can actually go in between these as well, so we're gonna do this too. End up with, I think, 8 pieces of glowstone used for this, and then glowstone for the top. We're going to use 15 because we're actually putting height inhibitors on the trees. Now, there's a reason for that. So if you don't know, oak trees are those trees that... Or one of those trees where if you don't kind of form the trees or manage them, they can just get really out of control and wonky and become an absolute cunt to harvest. Excuse my French there, but it's just not ideal, I don't think, and I think that it's important to, kind of manage their growth and make them grow kind of a particular size, or at least not too large. So I'm going to show you how we're going to do this. Basically, it's get rid of this and you go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now the height's important, and then a leaf, and then a block of wood, and then glowstone on top. Now, the glowstone doesn't actually really do anything in this case other than make it look cool, but the leaf will stop things from getting higher than that, and also blend in and not look funky, really. And then the wood will keep the leaf from decaying, right? So, unfortunately, it's not going to grow uniform, and it's not going to grow that height every single damn time. So, when it grows lower, it's going to look a little stupid. The only other option I could probably think of is if you put some sort of rooftop over this now. It's probably, that's extremely controversial. I don't think that would really look all that great. Some people would think it would look okay, but personally I don't think it would really work that well. Normally you can't reach that height anyway, so I shouldn't be able to reach that. No, I can't. So that's cool. So that's why we got that particular height. So we can't reach it. We can't hit it and accidentally remove it, etc. So that's that. So basically what you do is you go around and you do the entire goddamn thing, right? So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this. Now, if you were in survival, you'd have to stand up here and actually do the scaffolding thing. It'd be tedious as hell, but it's still fine. So basically it's 3 in between, and then on the 4th one, you go to bush, wood, and glowstone, like just like that. And then you end up with you end up with the thing that happens. You end up with your height limiters, right? I'm trying to... I knew what I meant, I just didn't meant what I said, right? So, basically, you just go all the way around. So, I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then I'll be back. Alright, so that's basically done. And this is what we end up with. Now, obviously, like I said, it doesn't really look great. I wish I didn't have to keep turning off this fucking rain every 2 minutes, but it's whatever. So, basically, you end up with this, right? And now the only thing left to do is to put our saplings in. So there's a reason we have this kind of gap around, so that when, what do you call it? When we can actually still walk between this even when the trees are fully grown, right? As far as I know, you may still have to cut away a bit at the branches and whatnot, but for the most part you should be able to get through. So I'm just going to do this. I can bone meal this too if I want, but I don't know if I will. We'll see. Just to make it look, you can get an idea of how it looks if I bone meal it, so we'll do that. Just bear with me here and we can put all these in. So you just go through and just put all of them in, like so. So you can do this with any trees if you like, but oak trees are the most ideal because they drop apples. Now, of course, if you did do this with, like, say, birch, you wouldn't need these height inhibitors. The only reason you need the height inhibitors is because, whoops, because oak trees, you know how they, grow branches and wide and all that shit. They don't always look like those trees over there. They usually, will sometimes grow bigger and just be really fucked when you're trying to harvest them. So, all right, let's do. Actually, don't know where to find this, so I'm just gonna search it. What am I talking about? Just gonna search it in items, and then we can get it. And it's easier. It's not instant anymore. That's right. That's how long ago that video was made. That it was instant, and now it takes a few hits. It has for a long time. Sometimes I still forget that, though, reminiscing on the old times when it wasn't like that, right? I won't lie, I do kind of miss it. I do actually really miss it sometimes. Ain't gonna lie. Because it was really convenient, right? Oh gosh. I guess maybe they saw it as kind of too OP. Maybe. Seemed like too much of an exploit, I guess, maybe? I guess I could see how it could be a little bit of an exploit, but this is basically how it will work. So of course, you would have to clear everything away to make the path accessible, but this is what we end up with now. Obviously, you can see most of these did not make it to the height limiters or height inhibitors or whatever you want to call them. Most of them are just one below it, and it does look a little bit stupid unless you're like sort of in a distance looking at it, like from here, for example. It looks kind of cool from here. But if you're sort of right up next to it, it does look a little bit silly. But that's pretty much the tree farm apple orchard. The only other thing I'd probably do to this is put, like, oopsie, lighting around the edges. No, actually, that would be such a bad thing here, putting grass in there. But it's whatever. So, basically, I'd put lighting around here, like this, for example. And then, of course, I'll put the lighting on the gates, too. Basically, just to raise that up, because I think it looks nicer. So we're going to do the same thing here. So we won't have to put a torch in that corner. But basically, torches in all the corners, or at least most of the corners, except for the corners with gates. And you'd end up with something like this. You'd end up with a bit of extra light. And then you chop it down, you get your apples, you get your wood. All is good. I love rhyming shit, but anyway. We didn't ever mix in any of the mossy shit, though, did we? So let's do that now. I never did that, even though I said I was going to, huh? So make it look kind of old. Like it's been here a while type of thing, right? I like that. So I'm wondering if I could just do this right here, huh? End up with an extra torch, which I don't need, so I'm going to destroy it. But that's pretty much it. Again, you can do this with any tree you desire. It's not obviously mandatory to do this with oak. It's just, I think, not only was that the original design called for oak, but it also just seems to make sense because they give apples, right? And apples are probably the most useful thing. The wood, not so much, because the wood you can get plenty of easily. For the most part, if you're in like a forest or something, it's usually pretty easy to come by. It's mostly just for the apples. So there you have it. There's the tree farm / apple orchard. This is a very old design, and I actually did make this video a long time ago, and I've been meaning to remake it ever since, and also just decided to do it as a simple thing to get back into video making. I know it's been a while, and I apologize, but all is going well. Some things have happened which will allow me to record a lot more, and I'm going to go into a more elaborate detail in a future video. But I hope you enjoyed this random Minecraft tutorial, and if you did, leave a thumbs up and all that stuff, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.